and girls. I don't really know how to start off this week's video, and I'm gonna be all over the place, so just like bear with me. I've kind of had a tough week, so I don't even know where to start. Okay, I should probably address like the Miss Perkins situation. All right, I'm trying to like adjust the lighting. I don't know, I'm getting nervous. Okay, so when I was gone, I obviously had to have someone taking care of all my animals. So I had my neighbors take care of them. It's not their fault whatsoever. Like, I'm not going that way in this little part of the story. But they didn't really know like how many cows we have. Because like whenever I look at the cows, I'm always looking for Miss Perkins, Daisy, Bailey. I'm just making sure that they're all up here. Anyways, they weren't used to that, so they just thought everything was normal. But then when we got back home, Miguel was kind of just like looking around, making sure everything was okay. And he's like, where the heck is Miss Perkins? And then he started smelling something, but then he just followed his nose, and there was Miss Perkins laying there with like 3 million maggots on her. So she's just dead. Like, I don't really know what else to say. It's a bummer because like it's Miss Perkins, but she just died of old age. It happens. It's farm life. You just gotta move on. So yeah, that's really that part. I don't really know what else to say. Real quick, I just want to pre-warn you guys that there will not be any videos or pictures of the little baby in these conditions that I'll be talking about throughout the video, because YouTube was the very last thing that I was thinking about when I was experiencing all of this. I have never taken a picture or a video of an animal that's dead or about to die, just because personally I feel like that's disrespectful, and I wouldn't want them to be remembered as like, oh, being skinny and dead. Instead, it's like, you know, instead of taking a picture of Miss Perkins with maggots where you can't even recognize her, I want her to be remembered as this, like a chunky little sweet mama. So I just want to pre-warn you guys about that. Yeah, I know it'd make the story a little bit better if I had all these like background things, but like I mentioned before, that was the very last thing I was thinking about. I was just focusing on her. So yeah, continue on. Okay, so now for the part about my little baby Highlander. So oh my gosh, I don't know, like so much happened and it's so hard to tell y'all. So if y'all don't know, if you guys didn't watch last week's video, watch it, otherwise you're gonna be very confused. Anyways, I got baby Highlander. She was very sick when we bought her, so I always had that in the back of my mind. So we got her on a Tuesday, and the following Sunday night, she just went downhill. So we had her for like 5 days on Sunday, and those 5 days, she wasn't doing like really, really good, but she wasn't doing really, really bad. She was just kind of staying like level with herself. But that Sunday night was rough because she was having trouble breathing. She had a runny nose. We brought her outside. She was just really, you could tell that she was getting weak. Like, she didn't have the energy a calf should. She still wasn't being able to get like a good sucking habit on the bottle and stuff. Her diarrhea was still running. She kind of had like, she had water coming out of her eyes constantly. And so then Miguel's like, pneumonia. So Monday morning comes. She's like 2% better than she was Sunday night. We went to the cattle auction Monday morning. We were asking some of the old farmers there, like, oh my gosh, like, what should we do? They were saying get, like, LA 200. So then we went to Fleet Farm. We got some of that. We came back home, and oh my gosh. It just went from, like, this to, like, just, like, down, like, so hard. I walked into her little stall, and I can remember it like it was just 5 minutes ago. I walked in, and she was just, like, laying there, and I literally thought she was dead. Like, my brain was freaking out. I was like, Dad, like, get in here, like, oh my gosh. And in my brain, I'm like, okay, like, she's going to die, like, tonight. And I'm the type of person where it's like, if an animal's dying, I just, like, accept the fact, and I try and make them the most comfortable ever. Even if it goes to the point of like putting them down. We obviously didn't do that with her. We were like, you know, we'll see what happens. But we got a bigger fan on her. We had like 2 fans on her. Miguel gave her a shot of LA 200, and that stuff was sketch. Like, we were kind of hesitant on using it on her because I was like preaching not to. I was like, no, like, I just want her to be in no pain at all. Like, let's just leave her alone. Miguel's like, well, let's just try. Like, we still have hope. Like, all that. Like, I'm like the exact opposite when it comes to animals. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to accept it. Like, whatever happens in nature, I want that to happen. But he gave her a shot of LA 200. And then a little bit later, he's like, you know, I'll see if she wants to drink a bottle of milk. That way she'll go to heaven with a full belly, I guess. She ended up drinking it. And the problem is like, she just couldn't move, but like mentally, like she was still alive, and that was the saddest thing ever. So that night at like 8:30, I went in there to say my final goodbye to her, and that was like, it's still hard for me to just like think about it, but like all I can remember is like I was just like laying on the ground by her, and I just had my arms around her face, and like her eyes were still fine, like she could barely open them, but she just kept on looking up at me like, what's happening? And I was just like, I was so sad. Then Miguel came outside. I was bawling my eyes out. Like, it was really sad. Then I went in the house. We talked for a bit. And then I just went to sleep. Miguel woke me up the next morning, and I was expecting him to say, you know, like, she's dead. And I remember he woke me up, and I was like, I already know that she's dead. Like, I already had it in my brain that she was. But instead of saying that, he's like, I went out there, and she was standing and walking around. You can't, it's like, I didn't believe it, because I was like, there's literally no way. Even with like God and miracles, I thought there was no way, because that night I was not praying like, oh, please make her live 5 more days just to make me happy. Like, oh my God, I hate, like, if you do that, like, I don't have anything against you, I don't do that. Like, I can't be like, I gotta have whatever's best for the animal. I don't believe in pumping them full of medications just to keep them alive, even though they're in pain, just to keep them alive for yourself. Like, that's not me, okay? So I was just praying, like, please, like, make her be in no pain. Like, take her home as soon as you can. Like, I just want her to be happy. And so when Miguel came in and he was like, she's alive, she's standing, she's walking, I was just like, I guess God didn't want you this early, like. Hello guys, so oh my gosh, I don't even know how I'm gonna explain this. I'm not gonna believe it until I see it, but Miguel woke me up this morning saying that little baby's all fine, like she's not dead. Like, that's why I thought he was gonna say. I don't know how that's possible. Like, I'm going to check her out right now. Hi Bebe. That's a little sheepy. Her head is up. Bebe. Honey. Bebe. You're still alive, my rose. Sweetie. So yeah, that's really like the story, I guess. So yeah, I mean, Tuesday night she was fine. I bottle fed her a bit. She's still not 100% good. I mean, I thought she was gonna survive like on day 2 that we had her, but you know, she just went down. Now she's trying to climb her way back up. But I mean, literally anything can happen, good and bad. So we'll just have to wait and see. I will continue to give you guys updates. Did you guys hear that? Oh, Peppa, little mama. Oh, guys, the little baby just moved. I should give y'all a real life update on her. I'm gonna just, yes, okay. Hi, baby. I love you. Hi. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. Her eyes are still all wet, but her nose is dry, so that's good. I'll have to. Your little tongue is always out 24/7. I literally swear. See, but like this is 10 times. She looks 10 times better than she did on Monday night. Monday night, she couldn't even keep her head up, and your mouth wasn't going a million miles an hour. So she's doing really good. So it's been 4 days since her little incident, and she's doing way, way, way better, as you guys can see. She actually knows how to like drink out of a bottle now, so it's way easier for me too. And she's starting to headbutt it. I don't know if she'll do it right now or not, but she's doing way better. I hope that you guys felt content with the video that I produced this week. I'm sorry, I know it's not the greatest, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, share with friends if you want. Stay cringy, of course, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!